All right. So you and I were talking about the market right here. So as a realtor, I'm seeing houses sit. I'm seeing them sit more than they want to right now. And maybe 2 years ago, if you saw a house sit, that was like bad juju. That was like something's wrong with this house, et cetera, et cetera. I remember I saw a house that was on the market for 2 weeks because it was on the market during the 2 weeks during the pandemic. We were able to negotiate the price, able to negotiate repairs, and only because we took advantage of knowing they were on for 2 weeks. That seemed like, oh man, you're on there for 2 weeks. What are you doing wrong? We are now entering things on 6 months, 8 months. I've seen a property like go over a year and then they switch realtors and now it's with another realtor and it's still sitting. So we're seeing that stuff, right? And that's becoming the new norm. What do you, when you see a house sitting, what do you think about now?
Oh my gosh, I'm licking my chops, man. Like honestly, I'm just sitting there like this because I know it's going to get lower. You know, it is a total buyer's market, meaning like I can come into a deal and basically demand whatever I want to, instead of now going into a bidding war. And we remember all these realtors wasn't even returning calls. You know, they weren't returning calls. They were super busy. They didn't even give two craps about like it, because they had so many people already coming. But now the tables are turned. Mm-hmm. You got people sweating it out, you know. And honestly, I'm looking at the market, and I'm moving already. So I'm moving by the time y'all hear this. I'm already on the market looking for two places, you know. But I know for sure I got a feeling I'm going to get a really good deal just based off how long things have been sitting. You know, I mean, just think about it. Like last year, you couldn't even get closing costs included. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And I've helped out 2 veterans last month, right? So 2 veterans, one guy only had to pay $500 for closing. The other couple, they got a nice little check just to buy a home. They came home and they got money wired to them. I mean, that's how we did it. Right. And one of the houses we saw, it was roughly on the market, let's say around 30 days. So we went to him and we were like, cool. And we went for repairs and we actually went aggressive on repairs. We knocked it down in price. We asked for repairs. And when we asked for repairs, it was kind of like, they were kind of nervous. And I was like, well, at the end of the day, we're close to option. Like we do this one. They have to be on the market for another 40 days. Then they got to remarket. They got to go back. They're on the market for another 40, 45 days. They know we're the best offer right now because they're going to have to sit even longer. And so there was that one. I've had some other ones where, unfortunately, the pictures that showed the house had a lot of decorations and they were not very attractive decorations. So I was like, hey, like that's not attractive. So I called, or I always do. As a realtor, I always hit up the other realtor and was like, hey, we saw the house, and I try to be nice. And if they respond to me very fast, I know I got something on the hook. And that realtor responded to me really fast. And so we played hardball. Client walked away with the flooring paid for, like repairs paid for. It was our game. And so we did that 2 back to back, right? And those are VA loans. And so it's not like, man, the times have changed.
Just like that.
And if you're aggressive.
Boom, just like that. You know, I'm excited. Yep.
What's crazy. If those people would have waited 2 more weeks, the interest rates actually dropped right after that. Like 2 more weeks, they dropped really quick for like a little bit. And we wouldn't have been as because we saw our demand pick up. Our demand went through the roof because after we purchased those houses, about for 2-3 weeks, we started seeing multiple offers again. And so we're like, oh, is this what's coming up? The rates came down really fast. Demand picked up. You know, there was multiple offers and then the rates have gone back up. And again, we're right back to where we were again. So it's like you said, it's overnight. It can happen like that in an instant. And if you're ready to purchase,
go hard.
You can go. If you're not ready to purchase,
go hard. Like anybody who's listening to this right now and you're thinking about purchasing a home, go fucking hard. Shoot for the damn roof. Like demand everything that you can out of it. Closing costs, this included, blah, 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 blah. And you'll be surprised how much people will be like, yeah. Or you'd be like, no, right? And then you'd be like, okay, I don't want to do that. You leave, you'll get a phone call right back.